Well, hello everybody. It's Wednesday, August 11th, going into Tokyo. It is 5 to 9 Tokyo time. Market opens in about an hour. Anyway, just wanted to go over some moves that happened last night while we had the live room open. Again, Martin, the trader from Switzerland, also joined us, and I'm glad he did. I just was not feeling too great last night. And Martin kind of took over the room, and I know he gave a lot of great advice to everybody. It's always nice to hear another guy's viewpoint. And we were looking at a trade here on the pound yen, setting up. We were watching this 5,900. You know how I like my major psych levels, these round numbers, as support resistance line, especially on this pound yen. You can see how the price kind of settled down here. Didn't make a clear break here, and came back down, made another attempt, and did make a break. And we did enter trades here, and it was short-lived, and we ended up stopping out at break even, or I actually lost a few pips because I gave it a little room. I just figured it was going to continue back down, but you can see it came all the way up here and took a bounce off the 50 and then made its move. By this time I was already done and in bed, and I just couldn't keep my eyes any longer. I just hope the guys had stayed up. Like I said, I'm West Coast United States, and everybody else in the room was in Europe and Australia, so I hope they were able to jump on that. I think I'm going to have to ask Martin tonight. I believe he would have taken the move back down again, because on the big picture you can just see it's the last couple days it's just in a downtrend after this. Let me try and move it over here for you. The NFP move. Martin had a feeling, and I had a feeling too, that it was going to retrace. And you can see this is the bottom on Friday, and then the big NFP move, and it came right back down, and now it's just ranging just under that, finding a bottom here at 158. I like how this bottom on the 158 setting up, maybe going into the Tokyo session. I'd like to see break of that. Also, too, to the upside, you got to be careful with the price action. Make sure there's some momentum carrying the price action. But if there's a break of that 136, 135, 158.36 or the 35 level, right around there, but it could carry up. But it's going to have a lot of resistance at the 50 right here. So anyway, that's just something to watch, guys. Then also in the room last night, I took a trade on the CAD. This was the high for the Asian session, and yeah, that was the high for the Asian session. I'm sorry, at the start of the Asian session, and it just kind of floated around a little bit. And no, I'm sorry, I take that back. That is end of New York yesterday, and then just kind of floated around a little bit during the Asian session, and then it hit that 109.27 and just sat there, and then finally it bumped up a little bit. And usually once it finally pokes through, and what happened, it did poke through, and then it came back down and sat on the 27. The 27 then became support. And then once it started to move, I went ahead and took a buy. And it slowed down right up in this area here, and that's when I got out. I cleared partial. It was waffling around, wasn't being real decisive. And anyway, I cleared out with an average of 29 pips, and I cleared half and then cleared the other half and averaged 29 pips on that move. So wasn't bad for about a half hour's worth of work there. but I gave some of it back on this pound yen. Can't win them all, guys. But anyway, if you guys get a chance, please feel free to utilize the room. I know for a lot of you that are watching the videos, you're American, and the time just does not suit you. It is 10:30 in the evening Pacific time when I get started, and I know a lot of you, you're not full-time traders and you don't carry the hours that I do. But I just really like the London market. If more interest grows, I'd like to start doing a Tokyo session. So those of you that would like to see a Tokyo session, please feel free to email me at fxtradepros.com, but fxtradepros.com is the blog, and at the top of the blog, that's through Google. It's a Gmail account, fxtradepros@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me. Excuse me. Got a little tongue-tied there. Feel free to email me any questions or anything that you'd like to see. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to be writing an article here pretty soon for you newer traders, about trade plans and the points that you need to look at when formulating your trade plan, and the important subjects and numbers that you have to have in place for a trade plan, because I've talked about it before, the importance of sticking to a trade plan and repeating what works for you. That's the whole key, is experimenting, finding what works, and then once you find that little formula, you need to create a trade plan around that formula that works for you and keep repeating it, and do not deviate. Once you start deviating from your normal, what works for you, that's basically experimenting. And when you're experimenting with real money, a lot of times you lose. So anyway, guys, I'll stop preaching about trade plans, but like I said, I'm planning on writing something here pretty soon about it in the next couple days. And if anything else happens, I'll post it. If I see anything forming, I'll post it. I just really like going into this Tokyo session since it is a yen pair. I like the way the pound yen is setting up. Oh, I'm just looking here at the euro yen too. The euro yen is trading in a tight little range here too. I don't want to move this line just yet. It's one of my older support resistance lines. Actually, I am going to move it. And we'll see how it holds up. Just because we've got support here, and the candles splitting on this level right here. So I'm going to leave that right there for now. But possible range break there. Also remember, when you're trading these yen pairs, to always watch the US dollar Japanese yen. And then if, for say, you're trading the euro Japanese yen, you want to watch the euro US dollar. Those always tend to move before these. But in Tokyo, it's not as strong. But just keep an eye on what the US dollar Japanese yen's doing, and usually this will follow. And the same thing with the pound yen. Okay, guys, I'm running up to my 10 minutes on YouTube. The YouTube limit is 10 minutes, so that's why I always cut these short at 10 minutes. I will keep an eye on charts, guys, and if I see anything, I'll post something to the blog or the Forex Factory thread if you follow that, guys. Anyway, have a good day, and we'll talk to you soon.